At first glance, Return to Castle Wolfenstein may appear to be just another ordinary World War II shooter, but this game is far from ordinary. Released in 2001, it takes players on a dark and twisted journey that blends realistic historical elements with occult and paranormal themes. As the game progresses, it delves deeper into Nazi fascination with the supernatural, weaving a captivating story that leaves players wondering just what kind of weird shit were the Nazis really into. From experimental weapons testing, rocket research, and the occult, the game exposes some of the most well-kept secrets of the Nazis. When you first load up the game, you're greeted with this cutscene, which is very cool, and was probably quite shocking for someone that was expecting a typical World War II shooter like Medal of Honor or something.
Heinrich, your reign of terror must end.
You fool! You know as well as I that I cannot be destroyed.
Prison, then. May the fates hold off the coming of the storm.
Return to Castle Wolfenstein immediately. Notify Herr Himmler. We found him.
And once the game actually begins, it will take some time to really figure out just what this cutscene means and how it plays into the larger role of the story of the game. We are then shown a meeting taking place at the Office of Secret Actions, a top-secret government agency. The OSA is who the player works for, and the OSA gives a bit of backstory throughout the game as they try and uncover the truth and just what is going on. At the start here, we learn that the player, Agent Blazkowicz, or BJ, his nickname, has been captured along with Agent 1, his ally. And once the game starts, we can see Agent 1 being tortured to death, with BJ being next in line.
Damn. Call a meeting, Jack.
Yes, sir.
All right, gentlemen. Now let's go through it again by the numbers. What did we miss?
Well, here's what we know. This is Castle Wolfenstein, located in the Harz Mountains of northern Germany. Property. The Kraut with the monocle is one Wilhelm Strasse, also known as Death's Head, a brilliant and ruthless scientist who heads up Himmler's Special Projects Division.
Special projects? It's marvelously vague.
Well, we know it encompasses all manner of advanced weapons research, including rocketry. It's also rumored to involve ultra-secret research into chemical and biological warfare.
Charming.
But at the moment, we don't know how it ties in with this massive archaeological dig near Castle Wolfenstein.
So, advanced weapons, rocketry, chemical and biological research. Now, the occult.
It still doesn't add up.
Well, that's why we sent our boys in there.
Your orders, Herr Doctor. Go and get the other one. This one is almost finished. Jawohl. Now, let's try it again, shall we? Who do you work for? Shackle that one to the wall and take the other one off the table. Sergeant, can I give you an order?
And the way this segment is designed is really fantastic in my opinion. You're shown through the gameplay that you can backstab enemies through insta-kills, and it also shows not just the backstab kills, but the stealth mechanic as a whole. Also, not to mention the way the doctor, torture guy, the way he mistakes us when we come in the room for the sergeant is a really nice touch.
Sergeant, can I give you an order?
The levels of this game are designed to be played either go in guns blazing, or you can stealth, or you can do a mixed match of both, which is usually what I think players will do, and it's just really well designed and works really well in this game. And while stealthing around, you can overhear a lot of guard chatter, and the guards talking really does help sell the world and immerse the player. Here the guard patrol chats with other station guards, and through small talk, we learn his name is Willie. Willie even jokes about the death of Agent 1. Now, you as a player aren't killing some generic Nazi soldier. You're killing a guy named Willie, who seems to be well liked by his fellow soldiers.
Hey, Hans. Wie geht's, Willie? Not much. One of the American spies is dead. I'm sure the good doctor did his best, maybe I'll see you in the village tonight, huh? Yeah. That's understandable. She's about as disagreeable as they come. I'll say. Well, I'll see you later. I've got to go polish my weapon. Any luck, Sergeant? Nein, mein Haupt. The weather is... Keep trying, Sergeant. Jawohl. What was that?
I don't know, but I'm not going to check it out.
I'm not either. I think we should find some cover.
Yeah, agreed.
What takes place next is some stealth and action sequences as you attempt to escape from Castle Wolfenstein. Here's a really nice piece of environmental storytelling. As we're making our escape on the tram, you can see this hatch close in the distance. And when the player gets to the hatch, it looks like an engineer or someone has tried to hide inside. And unfortunately for him, we need to go in there to restore power, so he must die. Also, there is a lot of secret areas and secret items and gold and stuff to find in this game, which isn't anything super amazing, but it does add just that little bit extra, and it's always fun to stumble upon a secret area. So after wasting some Nazis and escaping from Castle Wolfenstein, you end up in a small village that's next to the castle, and you go to investigate some strange rumors about some Nazi occult activity in this village.
Oh, it's freezing out here. It's going to be even colder than last night. I hope we get some new blankets soon. I just hope we get some hot water soon. I haven't bathed in over 2 weeks. Yeah, I know.
The leader of the SS Paranormal Division, Oberfuhrer Helga von Bülow, has been recently excavating the catacombs and the crypts of an ancient church within this same village. She's looking for the resting place of something called a Dark Knight. And while you're on your way to this ancient church, the player is given some foreshadowing here. Very creepy stuff on your first playthrough, especially if you have no idea of what is to come.
Yeah, I agree. Terrible.
It was for our own men we sealed in with those things.
I know, I was there. But what else could we do? It was an order. An order from Helga, no less.
Yeah, of course. An order.
We had to seal off the crypt. There was no time left.
Those screams. Those horrible screams. Didn't you hear them? I can hear them still. I don't think I'll ever stop hearing them.
Yeah, I agree. Terrible.
I need a drink.
Huh?
So the player makes their way to the entrance of the catacombs that should lead them to the old church. And once inside, this cutscene plays.
It's like a slaughterhouse in here.
I know, these things are everywhere.
What are they? Where did they all come from?
Don't ask me, no one ever tells me anything.
My God! Did you hear that?
Yeah, and I wish I hadn't. We have to get out of here. Follow me back to the entrance.
The ladder! It's destroyed!
They've sealed us in here!
Get ready! They're coming!
The Nazis in their haste accidentally unleashed a dark curse, unleashing a horde of undead monsters. And in sensing the danger they have done, they try and seal up the catacombs even with their fellow soldiers still alive inside. In 2001, this section of the game was actually pretty fucking scary. The undead enemies are tough and the levels are full of traps that will insta-kill the player. Once you make your way through the catacombs, you arrive at the old church, where you learn Helga has found this so-called Dark Knight.
Well, what's happening?
A moment, please, mein Director.
Is it working?
Please, be patient. We are operating under very difficult conditions here.
Enough of your stalling! Tell me yes or no. Will it work?
Frau von Bülow, how many times do I have to remind you? This is a very complex and delicate operation. It cannot be hurried. We are not filling teeth here.
Don't take that patronizing tone with me.
Just a moment. Just a moment.
What? What?
Yeah. The extraction process is beginning. It is only a matter of time now.
Excellent.
Here also, the player is introduced to the Elite Guard. The Elite Guard is comprised of smoking hot lady soldiers wearing tight leather outfits, and they are very deadly, as well as sexy.
Torn to shreds.
What could have done that? Nothing human.
What are you all gawking at? You'll see worse than this if you don't get moving. Stop standing around with your thumbs in your mouths and start searching the area. Keep an eye out for the American.
He must be dead by now. I'm convinced of it.
Oh, you're convinced of it, are you? How reassuring. We can all rest easy now, I suppose. Get moving now before I shoot you on the spot.
Jawohl, mein Hauptmann.
And also a little bit more backstory on these Elite Guard is... Helga von Bülow's Elite Guard is made up of a small group of extremely capable women who have been trained to an exceptionally high level, both physically and with small arms. They also reportedly bound together as part of a witch's coven. So not only are they highly trained assassins, but they're also dark and evil. And if you ask me, that sounds like a perfect combination for fun. After fighting through the church and the Elite Guard, the player catches up with Helga, who is attempting to remove a magical dagger from the church.
you planning now?
I'm not planning anything. I'm doing it. I'm getting that dagger.
You can't do that. You'll break the inner seal.
I'm prepared to take that risk.
You're prepared. Are you completely mad? Do you realize what will be unleashed? It will make all the rest of this seem like a minor annoyance.
Ha! I don't care. I've waited my whole life for an opportunity like this. I'm not turning back now for some cowering bookworm and his pointless fears.
Frau von Bülow, I warn you. If you persist in this madness, I will be forced to report your conduct to the SS High Court of Inquiry.
Get out of my way, Zemph! Your feeble threats won't stop me.
Please come to your senses. Stop this madness before it is too late.
This is your last warning.
No, you can't.
At last.
Helga once again has unleashed an undead curse, summoning some sort of undead beast, and the player must kill this beast. And afterwards, we learn the fate of old Helga. So the player secures the mystical dagger, and we are picked up and escape Castle Wolfenstein. Now, back at the Office of Secret Actions, the members argue about what just took place and what they should do next. Eventually, the player learns about a secret weapons testing facility called the X-Labs, run by General Death's Head. So naturally, you are sent to this facility to investigate. Inside the X-Labs are not only experimental weapons such as the Venom machine gun and the Tesla gun, but also human experimentation. You see hideous tests before you break free and lay waste to scientists and doctors. General Deathshead himself is working here on a new type of creature called the Uber Soldat.
No, don't kill me!
Agent Blazkowicz, is it? You are a most impressive specimen. It will be my pleasure to dissect you piece by piece. Let me introduce you to someone. Do not confuse him with the mere prototypes you have encountered. This is the pinnacle of all my research. Das Obersoldat. The super soldier. It will be my pleasure to watch him destroy you.
After the player defeats the super soldier, you retrieve Deathhead's journal, which links Deathhead to the rest of the SS paranormal occult activity, and you learn about a secret ritual that is to take place soon. One that will somehow resurrect Heinrich I from his 1,000-year-old prison. If you recall, Heinrich I is the bad guy we saw at the very start of the game. This ritual will take place in the next few days at Castle
Really
Wolfenstein.
intent upon squandering precious time and resources on all this mystic mumbo-jumbo, well then...
Go on.
What I mean to say is, if they're dead set upon sabotaging their own war effort, why should we try to stop them?
Jack, I'm sure you have something to add.
Yes, sir, I do. Gentlemen, if just 2 weeks ago someone had mentioned legions of undead, man-made monsters and demons from hell, would any of you have taken them seriously? Of course not, and neither would I. But think of all we've learned since then. Now you're saying we should ignore the rest of it because, why, it's too incredible? I'm not saying I believe it. I'm saying we can't afford to dismiss it. Once again, it's your call, sir.
It's settled then. Blazkowicz returns to Castle Wolfenstein.
All right, Madame Blavatsky will begin the ceremony any time now. Once she begins, make sure that you do not look in the direction of the ruins.
What will happen if we...
If you look, well, first your blood will begin to boil. And after that, well, it doesn't matter very much after that, yeah? Stand your post here and make sure you do not lose power. Understood?
Jawohl!
You go to stop the ceremony, but you are too late. Heinrich has been resurrected.
again.
Yes, yes! Yes, it is true!
Who are you?
I serve you, my Dark Master!
So much to attend to, but I sense the presence of another.
Unfortunately for Heinrich, his dark powers are no match for modern-day weaponry, and he is easily destroyed. Overall, the game Return to Castle Wolfenstein is an exciting yet dark tale of the paranormal and the occult. Each level is well designed, and for the most part the game has aged very well. The story is very unique, and the few characters it showcases are very memorable, such as the terrifying Helga von Bülow or General Death Said. And I hope you enjoyed this small analysis of RtCW. Thanks for watching. I'm actually working on a follow-up video to this for the 2009 game Wolfenstein, which should be out soon, so stay tuned.
Yes, yes. This alchemical combination should do the trick.
Comments, gentlemen?